How do you use these Kriegsspiel dice? How do they actually work? Well, they're a lot easier than they look. Let me show you a few examples to get you started. Prussian Kriegsspiel calls these blocks half battalions. They have 450 men. And in the American Revolution and Civil War, that's usually going to be a regiment. 3 or 4 regiments lined up together like this are a brigade. This is your basic unit. Now they can stack up to 4 deep. You're not usually going to have that many. And you can place another brigade behind them as a second line in support. So several brigades grouped together like this are going to be a division. Now let's say we've got some colonial hooligans out here we need to deal with. Okay, so the British have ordered Lord Grey's brigade forward to attack. Now at some point here before they contact, the colonials are going to fire. We figure they're going to wait till under 100 paces because that's when you do the most damage, right? For infantry fire like this, we're going to roll the 1 die. We're going to use the top leftmost number. So say we roll 30 here. That's in points, so we multiply that times 5 to get the men. 30 times 5 is 150, right? That's the losses inflicted on the British per block firing. Grey here started with 450 men per regiment. 450 minus 150 leaves us with 300. Okay, so now the British return fire. Same thing, we roll the 1 die. The upper left number here is a 10. 10 times 5 is 50. 450 minus 50 leaves us with 400. Okay, so now we have contact. The defender has an option. They can stand and receive the attack, or they could just turn and run away. Let's say they decide to stand and fight here. Now we need the odds. We have 4 blocks against 4 blocks. That's 1 to 1. Let's look at the odds table. 1 to 1 is the 1 die. We're on clear terrain. This is an even up fight. The result is the center dot here. White means the smaller side. Usually that's the defender loses. Black will mean that the British lose. R means the defender is repulsed. We'll flip 1 block. D means they're defeated, so they'll be pushed back and we flip 2 blocks. T is totally defeated, so we just flip all of them. Let's say they got a D result. They're going to take additional casualties from the assault. That's the center number here at the top. 25, again times 5. That's 125 losses. So 400 here minus 125 will leave us with 275. These flipped blocks here are telling us this unit is ineffective. They can't move, fire, or even defend themselves. At the end of next turn, you can flip one block back up. So after 2 turns, this unit will be operational again. In the meantime, they are a sitting duck. Okay, so that's the basic attack. What does terrain do? If the defender is on a hill or in the woods, that is cover. That means the attacker is halved. So if the defender was here in the woods, the British would have taken the same losses from fire. The defender would have only taken half the losses. So instead of going down to 400 here, they would have dropped to 425 for the initial fire. For the assault, that's going to shift our odds. So this was a 1-to-1 in the clear. Because the defender has cover, the attacker is halved for assault. That makes this a 1-to-2. So we would use the 3 die here. The British are going to lose on the white result because they're at a disadvantage. That's not a really good attack, so they're probably going to want to bring up another brigade here. That'll bring this up to a 1-to-1. If you're attacking in the flank here, you're doubled. So this would also be a 1-to-1. Let's say the British attack like this. That gives them a 2-to-1. If they bombard with artillery first, that'll bump them up to a 3-to-1. Let's say the British troops are better quality. They're all guards and grenadiers. That would bump them up to a 4-to-1. But these troops are fatigued. They already marched 19 miles today just to get to this battle. Okay, so that bumps them back down to 3-to-1. Now let's say the colonials also have some artillery that fired on the attackers as they advanced. That'll drop them back down to a 2-to-1. So I'm not going to go through every possible combination here. But once you get the idea, it's really easy. You don't need a calculator. You can almost just see the odds. Put in a couple of column shifts, roll the die, you're done. Okay, so that's not bad, but still, you wouldn't use these to like umpire a live Kriegsspiel game, right? Wrong! I do. I actually do that. In our next video, I'm going to show you a shortcut that will speed this process up and make it really fast. So yes, you can run it live and keep a big game going.